Welcome to our live stream of high school sports. Please note that this broadcast is produced by an independent team of sports enthusiasts, and the views, opinions, and commentary expressed are solely those of the commentators and not representative of the schools, teams, or athletes featured. While we strive for accuracy, occasional errors or misstatements may occur. This stream is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the show.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Hey, you ain't never seen nothing like this. Ain't no telling how it might get. It's the hypest right here. High school sports at its finest. So many highlights, you have to rewind it. Hey, Stream City, let me just remind ya. The heart of a lion, a team full of fighters. So many stars on the field, it'll blind ya. They're giving everything they got till the time's up. Yeah, legends in the making. History is made. We just getting started. You ain't seen a thing. YSN, gotta know the name. They gon' bring the flames. They gon' do their thing. Take it to another level, don't hold back. High school, got a passion and we show that. Got the drive and you know they got the heart. Number one spot for your high school sports. Let's go for the win. Hey.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. It is Hump Day.
Hump Day.
Wednesday, October 1st. Thank you, Jesus. 2025. We made it through September. By God, we made it through September. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. And now we are on to the 10th month in the calendar year.
Yep.
Some may say the best month. I didn't say it. Others are telling me they feel like it's the best month. October 1st. Welcome to October, ladies and gentlemen. Get them boys from Green Day up and going again.
Wake them up. September's over.
We got a great show for you. We have 3 interviews that were previously recorded, but ones that you certainly just can't do without. DJ Yokley with you, as well as the 8-time best-selling author, world traveler, Grammy and Emmy Award-winning co-pilot of YSN Live, Mr. Anthony Ronald Hartwig. Twiggy, what's up, pal?
How we doing? I'm happy it's October too. It's spooky season. I've been recorded on this show. I like horror movies, so getting in that spooky vibe and getting
You like
some
what movies?
horror movies. Horror.
There it is.
H-O-R-R-O-R. Horror.
There it is. Was a little bit nervous. Didn't know where you were going. Didn't know what direction we were spinning.
Do you think I'm wide eyed? Like, wait a minute. What do I not know?
Today. I learned something very important about Ronnie today. Now, Anthony loves horror movies, but Ronnie might like the alternative. You never know with that guy. Never know with that guy. All right, we've talked about those horror movies before. What's the go-to? What's the staple? Are you one of those 31 days of October dudes?
Yeah, I am. Like, obviously I don't have a whole lot of time to watch movies every day, but when I get a chance in October, it's gonna be kind of scary movie / thriller movies for the month for me. I'm in that mood.
What's the go-to for you right now? Like, how do you start October off in your Anthony Hartwig's month of horrors?
Well, first thing I do is I scour the streaming services for anything that I haven't seen yet. So I want to try to find some new ones, some ones I haven't been able to watch yet. And then once I get going, you hit some of the comfort ones. I like the Scream franchise. They have 6 movies now, so that takes up some time. I'm a Halloween fan too, so a lot of Michael Myers.
Scream is the one that the long mask.
Yeah, the ghost face where it's.
Is your refrigerator running? You better go get it.
Was that? Yeah. You know what though? I think that brings up the point. I think Scary Movie also finds its way into October. Maybe it's not the scary, but it's it's a fun time. So the Scary Movie, like what trilogy? No, there's 4 of them. 4 Scary Movies. They're all funny.
Like they're all in general, not just the franchise. I don't like I don't like horror movies.
I
They
know.
do not float my boat. I'll watch Ghostbusters. I'll do that.
That counts.
I'm trying to think. Like again, I'm on record
You're
as
not a
saying
Hocus Pocus fan. What about Nightmare on Christmas? Nightmare Before Christmas.
the claymation one.
Yeah, that's something that people watch during Halloween. That's not exactly the scariest movie in the world. Edward Scissorhands also fits into that kind of category if you like that movie.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
I watched Beetlejuice way too young, and it messed me up. I think that's maybe why I don't like scary movies. Just not.
Beetlejuice made it for you.
Hey man, when you're little DJ Yoakley. I mean, Michael Keaton's a great actor. Don't get me wrong. However, maybe too good for Beetlejuice. They got me a little nervous. I will not say it 3 times. Will not do it.
Nope, not gonna do it.
I mean, you just like the way it gives you like your heart palpitations, or
Yeah,
like
and there's just something about like being able to tap into that primal fear without actually having to put your life in danger. That kind of.
you like.
I think that's
sleeping
why
with the
people like
lights on?
roller coasters. That's why people like, jump out of airplanes. They want that feeling of my life's in danger while knowing their life isn't in immediate danger.
I don't mind roller coasters. From here's where I guess like the light and dark of it. I will get and be adventurous. Like I'm not jumping out of an airplane. That's not happening. Incredibly high, especially for me. Bad luck, Johnny. But like roller coasters, I'm in on because when I close my eyes at night, I'm not thinking about like, oh, I could have died.
Mhm.
When I close my eyes and I think of scary movies, my mind is racing, and then my heart starts going, and then your mind plays tricks on you. Like, what was that? Let's play. What was that?
What was that noise?
Especially out where we live, you just never know what's coming out of the woods. It's crazy. It's absolutely bizarre. Like, I mean, the odds are not in your favor. Or I guess the odds aren't against you when it comes to like scary dudes coming out of there. But hey, we live in a weird world right now.
Then you never know. You never know.
I will put the warning out there if anybody rolls up on me on my house.
But some of these scary movies show you what not to do to survive. And
why does nobody ever go for the gun?
I
Like
don't
there's
know.
like
Because then there wouldn't be a movie.
Yeah, it's a short film. Bop, bop,
Short movie.
gone.
Bop, bop, we're gone.
Good night, sweet prince. Like,
Run up the stairs when
try
I should
again.
be running out the front door.
I mean, I've never seen the. Well, I don't know which one it is. Is it Jason's Friday?
Friday the 13th. Yeah.
I've never seen those, but like I've seen the clips where Jamie Lee Curtis has a gun, and I'm like, how do you not end this dude?
Or, she stabs him a couple times and leaves him with the knife and the.
Dude,
it's like,
spoiler.
no, he's gonna get up. He's gonna get up. He's fine.
Spoiler for you can't.
If
don't
you
say
haven't
what
seen
happens.
Halloween by 1978, then sorry. I think that's past its expiration date for spoilers. Sorry,
I
if
don't
you
even
have,
judge that.
if you haven't seen Halloween, the OG Halloween, then
Maybe I was gonna watch it this year.
Spoiler alert: the killer does get stabbed. Spoiler alert: Michael Myers can't die.
Dude, that's messed up. I was getting my mind prepared to watch that this year.
He was gonna watch. He was gonna get his mind right and watch Halloween. You still watch it. It's still a fun time. Now it might not be as scary because you know how it ends.
Nah, I'm out. I'm
No,
good.
I'm not.
I watch.
But I will not
Ghostbusters
watch.
again.
I will not watch scary movies with other people because it is awfully embarrassing when I jump at everything. So
You jump at things that aren't scary, like
I
loud
jump
noises.
when you sneak up on me and clap next to me or something.
Sneak up.
You're sitting there. Ooh, whoa.
Lucky you're in a chair, buddy. Because if you
So-
weren't, you'd be down for the count.
Oh, you're not kidding. Mr. Rowan knows that all too well. He came up from behind me when I was in high school and I was standing at the elevator. Just tapped me on the back and it made me jump so hard that I fell.
That's why you don't watch scary movies.
why I
Man.
don't watch
You wouldn't be
scary
worried
movies.
about that. You wouldn't think Mr. Rowan is Jason,
Right.
whatever his face is. What if
Hey,
Freddy Krueger? Is Freddy Krueger like
He's got the knives for hands, and he comes
he's
at
got
you in your dreams.
the black and red sweater or
Yeah.
black and green? No,
And the
red
kind
and
of
green
fedora, the
sweater.
fedora. No, it's black with red stripes, or black or red with black stripes, however you want to look at it. But it's a
I thought it
Christmas
was red
sweater.
and green.
no. Well, it might be green. It depends which one you're watching. There might be some where it's like a green tinge.
Oh, he changes up the sweater.
He changes it up, but he's got the razor blades for hands. For hand,
with he's
And
melted face too.
total
Right?
burnt face, because if his history was not a good dude, parents cornered him and burned him alive, and then he comes he comes back as a nightmare ghost, but he's got the burns from being burnt alive.
What in the world would make you want to watch these things? There's nothing good about it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Like that alone. Hey, if I see that and that's the hey, this is what this movie's about. Pass. Hard pass. I'll watch Caddyshack again. Like what are we doing? What are we talking about here? In a world where a guy burns his face and comes back as a ghost and wants to kill you. Nope, I'm out. Sorry. Deuces. I'm good with that. Also, in a world where a guy gets stabbed 800 times and doesn't die, but Jamie Lee Curtis leaves the night. Nope. Out on that one, too. Now, if we're talking about in a world where 4 men against the world of ghosts have proton backs and nuclear bombs attached to their back. Now you have my attention. Now we're talking. That to me is excitement. Halloween. Let's go. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I'm in. 4 dudes, regular Joes against the world. Scientists even. Nerds. Don't cross the streams.
Don't cross.
That's the scariest part of that movie. Don't cross. Well, I take that back. Little DJ was a little upset with those giant bull. They're not bulldogs. They're like bulls /
demon
dogs.
dog things. Yeah, Zool and I can't remember the other one's name, but those things were kind of creepy. You know, coming out of the fridge when she opens it. There's some
cool.
spookiness in Ghostbusters.
Yeah, but they got proton packs. Like you can mess the world. You give me Freddy Krueger and a proton pack, and I'm good. Like I'll watch that.
Let's go. I guess.
Right, what do we got here? Derpies says he wants to do the formal announcement of DJ and Anthony.
He's
Followed
probably
by
the next comment is talk about sports.
talk about. Hey, we're having a good time here. We got 3 interviews that people are going to be excited about. Tomorrow is week 7, Pick'ems, and Derp can't wait. We are going to be live from Louisville tomorrow.
Ooh.
And breaking news, next week we will be live from Waterloo versus Western Reserve's football game.
Is that
on Thursday night.
at Reserve?
At Reserve.
Let's go.
So I'm excited for that. We will be there live and in person, and we will be checking out John Armini's Western Reserve Blue Devils, Chris Colucci. Now, here was the interesting thing about conversation yesterday with Fur. I said, hey, Fur, I'm there if you need me. If you want me to call the game with you. Usually it's accompanied by, oh, that would be awesome. Like, you know how Fur gets really excited.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's like, hey, my uncle's there. All right, pal.
All right. Stay away.
But Fur will be with me the next night at South Range.
All right.
So we're getting him back in the booth for the Raiders for the year. So we'll see how good. Why can't you be there? Here we go. Why can't you be there for Gerard Night in Poland? It's what, next week? Yeah. Just because, I mean, here's the only beef. Like, we really want this to be like a college game day, high school game day kind of thing. But
right.
only sporadically do you get those Thursday night games.
Mhm.
We would love to have Thursday night games every single week. I think it would be magical. I think we talked about this before. The knack on Thursdays,
Mhm.
we would be unlimited coverage. Like we would have every single one of their games covered. I think that'd be an awesome idea. I think MVAC on Thursdays. So the what is it? The gray
Gray and Scarlet. Yeah.
Scarlet, like the Scarlet tier plays on Thursday, the gray tier plays on Friday, and you flip them.
Mhm.
You know, I think that would be magical. You got enough teams to do that. Make it happen. Make it happen, Mr. Mang. Make it happen. I just think that'd be unbelievable. I'm not even against playing on Saturdays. I think Saturdays would be, and especially with this upcoming and current, I guess, officiating situation, I don't see why you couldn't. I don't see
It
why
would
you
definitely help that.
I don't see why you shouldn't, Anthony. Like, we see it all the time.
Mhm.
I mean, it's week 7,
Right.
and we've got a Thursday night game. A few Thursday night games, by the way.
And I know there are people out there that say, well, you can't play the same night as volleyball, but whatever night you play, you could just play volleyball the other night. So if you're on a Thursday night for football, just play volleyball games on Friday.
Why can't you play on the same night as volleyball?
I don't know. We never have volleyball on Friday. And
Well, volleyball
usually
shouldn't be on
when
Friday.
usually
That's a bad move. If you're going to
usually
play
when
volleyball on
your
Friday,
football team has a game on Thursday, the volleyball team is off because then the volleyball team can go to the football game.
is that true?
Yeah, usually. I mean, like, we don't see a lot of Thursday football games anyway, but there are. I think usually when a school gets a Thursday football game, they are going to try to finagle it where they're off that Thursday for volleyball.
I mean, here, who cares? I mean, I know the volleyball team maybe cares, but it's a situation like play your schedule. And maybe there's parents that have a volleyball player and a football player. That might be tough. But like there's parents that have a volleyball player and a soccer player and they manage. You know, I get it. The football, everybody bows down to football.
Yeah.
But like football, if it's a difference between having a game and not having a game, have the game on a Thursday or a Saturday.
Right.
You know, if everybody else is getting the Friday officials, play Thursday or Saturday. I don't think it has anything to do with volleyball land. I don't. I think it has everything to do with, can we get officials? You know, what? Obviously we want as many people as we can there, but at the same token, like if we can't play the game on Friday, then we've got to move it to Thursday or Saturday. Because you can't play Sunday. Is that still a thing?
Well,
Unless there's some kind of bylaw that you can't play Sunday unless there's something. I can't remember what it is. I don't think you should play Sunday anyway, from that standpoint.
We sit down on Sunday, so good luck.
Well, that was put to the test pretty quickly.
We already broke that rule a couple of times.
Yep. Oh, YSN doesn't do Sundays anymore? Hold my Gatorade.
2 weeks later, the EOIFL. Hey, guess what? We're gonna have a Sunday game. Okay.
Yeah, not the. I mean, and that's another thing. While we're on it, and I'm not trashing youth sports, but can we calm down on the like 7 games a day thing? Like, can we spread this out at all? And I know they're at the mercy of, you know, where they're playing or whatever, but boy, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot going on. And I know it's not a tournament. This is like regular, hey, we're going to make sure we do this. Heaven forbid if a family of 4 and they're all boys, or even with cheerleading now, you're there for 12 hours. You're there for 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You're not even at work for 12 hours, most people. Like, this is a real problem. This is why, and this isn't necessarily a rant for today, but I've never seen anything like that. Like spread it out over 4 games, 3 games, whatever it may be, and you're there all day, like setting up shop. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You're there. The Palestine. So I was at Palestine last week, and they had a JV game for high school, followed by a Bantam JV division, not like junior varsity high school, and then varsity. I didn't get home till 5:30 ish.
Yeah.
And the game started at 9. Like that's it. That's a full day. And there was a family there, God bless them, that had a JV player and players in every single division. And they were like, yep, we're here for the long haul today. Oh my. Oh my God.
So much for having a weekend.
Adios Saturday. We'll see you next week.
Try again next week.
Speaking of Western Reserve, we have a Western Reserve Coach's Corner, the Devil's Hour with Chris Colucci. That's where we're going to start our interviews today. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is the Devil's Hour.
Welcome in, everybody, to Ben's Restaurant here in Berlin Center, Ohio for the Devil's Hour. I'm here with Coach Henderson. How are you doing today?
Doing great. How about you?
Good, good. So it's golf week. We talked a little bit earlier about, the season's already over, which is crazy. And it starts in July, which is even more crazy.
It's usually 1st of August, but this year they decided to move it back a week, so we actually started that last week in July.
We talked about Western Reserve didn't always have golf, and I know you said about 2 years ago.
Yeah, actually Western Reserve used to have a tremendous program, and then it kind of died out. And then 2 years ago, the superintendent approached me and said, hey, I got some kids interested in golf. Would you like to coach it? And I said, yeah, but the season starts tomorrow. So we actually just ran it as a club sport that first year. And then last year, with 7 kids, we ran sort of a watered-down schedule, and we only played 8 matches with 7 kids. And then this year we had 17 kids, and we played a full 20 matches.
So was it hard getting kids to bring a new sport to a school? Is very hard. Was it hard getting kids out for the sport? Because I never really played it until I got out of high school and out of high school sports, and then I got into the sport I really love now, which is golf. Was it hard getting kids out for golf?
Not really, and really I don't have an answer for how it happened, to be honest with you. The 7 kids that came out, last year, loved it. They all came back, and then when I did sign-ups in April, all of a sudden it was 17 kids. I didn't recruit. I didn't go look for anybody. I just said, hey, if you're interested in golf, this is what we're doing. And we actually started doing like open gym 3 days a week in May, June, and July. And again, it was voluntary to come to those practices. And we never had less than 12 kids show up for a practice.
That's awesome.
And even the kids who didn't come would text me, email, and say, hey, Coach, I've got this. So they weren't just not showing up. It was pretty amazing.
What's been the biggest challenge you faced so far is starting a new program with a school and being a golf coach in general?
To be honest with you, the thing that was tough this year was trying to find time to work with 17 kids. I've got 3 assistants that were a big help, but still, when golf is such an individualized sport, you really need a lot of one-on-one time with kids, and that was the biggest challenge, was trying to coordinate the practices so that I could spend as much time as I could. I'm not sure I did the best job at that all the time, so that's one of the things in the off season I want to kind of relook at how we practice, and so I can spend more time with everybody.
Golf, one thing that I've learned out is golf is a very mental game, and
we talk about that a lot, actually.
You gotta teach a lot of teenagers how to deal with the mental aspect of the golf game. They're in high school. They may have to look over their brothers and sisters. They have big tests coming up. They have a lot of things they have to worry about, and then golf's their getaway, but it's also such a big mental challenge. How do you help a teenager get over those mental challenges in life and in golf?
Yeah, I mean, we talk a lot with these guys and girls about just being mentally tough, that there's no such thing as a perfect round of golf. until you get 9 holes in one, there's no such thing as a perfect round of golf. So there's going to be bad shots, and you've got to learn to shake that off. You know, just like in life, no one has a perfect life.
Yeah.
Everything's going to go wrong, and you've got to step up to the challenge and overcome those things. And that's on at golf. You've got to be able to forget the last bad shot because I got to face the shot that's in front of me right now.
There's kids that come into the game, and kids, I always was told that people that know nothing about golf, it's way easier to teach them than someone that may have bad tendencies or bad habits. How do you kind of break bad habits of a golf swing or putting, reading greens, stuff like that?
All those things are so different. Breaking bad habits on a swing is you've just got to break down, and we got to start from scratch. You know, I see some guys, like let's say somebody has a really bad slice, so their answer for it is, well, I'm just going to aim really far left. These guys are so young, and they're going to be, I'm hoping they'll play golf till they're 75, 80 years old. So you know what? I don't want you to make an adjustment on where you're aimed because your swing's bad. Let's fix it now. So that's what we do, a lot of that. And as far as putting, that was one of the things from last year to this year. I felt like we didn't improve as much as I would have liked to last year. And so this year I spent a lot of time focusing on that. And frankly, I think the reason we had a successful season is we out-putt a lot of teams. I went to a coach's clinic with one of my assistants, and that was one of the sessions was just about putting. And it's a whole thing called pacing, but I brought it back, showed it to the kids, they bought into it, and they did it all season long, and we were one of the better putting teams in the league.
That's awesome. So everyone knows how a football game works. Everyone knows how a basketball game works. At the high school level, people see the PGA Tour on TV. How does a high school golf? I don't know what the
a golf
match.
Yeah, it's a golf match. Yeah. So if you're playing in a dual match, you're playing one other team. You bring 6 players to the match. Your number 1 person and your number 2 player, they'll go out with the other team's number 1 and number 2, and they play in a foursome. Then your 3s and 4s play together. Your 5s and 6s play together. You're not necessarily playing against those guys, though. What you do is at the end of the round, you take your best 4 scores, total them up, go against their best 4 scores, total them up, and the lowest score wins the match. I find that kind of funny because I think sometimes kids go, "Oh, you guys got beat 168 to 185. You only scored 168." No, we scored 168 and we won.
Yeah.
The lowest score wins. Yeah. I think some of the kids in the school don't really realize that. The other thing that I would say too is that makes golf challenging, and going back to the mental part of it, is that I've coached varsity football. I was the head baseball coach for 10 years. I've coached basketball. I've coached track. So I think I can say this, that golf is, to me, the toughest mentally to play, because if you play football, no matter where you go, the football field's the same size.
Yeah.
If I play basketball, the hoop is the same distance from the floor. So in golf, every course is different. And those other places, there's not things in your way to cause trouble. There's not lakes, there's not rivers, there's not creeks, there's not trees, bushes.
I've hit a lot of those.
Right. And even if you play on your own course all the time, they'll change the whole location a couple times a week. So even a place that you're used to. So, and just in equipment, I use a football and a basketball. I don't have to decide, okay, which club do I want to use here? I have to decide that.
Yeah.
What club am I going to use here? And not every club do I swing the same way under the situation. So not only is it you got to be mentally tough, you got to be mentally aware and mentally smart, and you got to be analyzing things and reading greens, like you said. There's just so much. And I'm not downplaying the difficulty of the other sports, because coaching those, I know they have their own challenges, but I feel like golf from a mental standpoint is one of the toughest.
Mm-hmm. For the people that don't know who you are, who is Paul Henderson?
Who is Paul Henderson? That's a great question. I'm not from this area. I was born outside of Pittsburgh, but lived most of my life in Northwest Ohio. joined the military after school, was in
Thank
the
you.
Army for 6 years.
Thank you for your service.
And then went back to college and started teaching at Western Reserve 33 years ago. And like I said, I've coached a lot of different sports, and I'm a big fan of sports, of all sports, and I love teaching these guys the game, because again, it's something, you know, we're our home course is Berlin Lake Country Club, and I've met so many people out there that are in their 70s still playing golf and still loving it. And that's what I'm hoping these guys get out of that it's something that they, I'd like to think that part of the reason we went from 7 kids to 17 kids is because those kids that just came out this year saw how much fun everybody else was having. And that, you know, 3 of these guys came into my room today and said, "Hey, Coach, can you get us a tee time? Because we want to go play at Flying Bee before the dinner." I was like, "Sure." So I called, got them a tee time. So they're just playing on their own. So it's why I love it, because it's something that they enjoy.
Who are some of the kids yet? Season's over, like you said. Who are some of the kids that you want to spotlight that are on your team that have really shined this year?
Yeah, we've been really lucky this year. You know, we only had 1 win last year. This year we went 9-5 in the league and came in 3rd place in the league. Last year we came in last place in the sectional.
Wow.
Out of 18 teams. This year we came in 9th out of 18 teams. And every time we were lowering our scores. So guys that I'd like you to meet tonight, one is Aiden Romine. Aiden's kind of our quiet leader. You know, he just has a great work ethic, and he's just a great one for the younger guys to follow. Sam Thomas, who just came to us middle of last year, but this was his first year playing golf with us. Just a toughness. You know, he'll start off bad early in rounds, but doesn't give up and just battles back. Another junior, all those 2 guys are juniors. Another junior, Dylan Kutchko. Dylan's the guy that seems to be able to calm other guys down. You know, I stick him with some of the people that have a tough time with that, and Dylan seems to be able to calm them down. He never gets too rattled. And then probably our best golfer this season, although Aiden beat him sometimes, but probably overall our best golfer was a freshman, Joe Thomas. And he was our number 1 most of the season. And he's a guy that plays a lot of summer leagues. He was competing in Greatest Golf in the Valley and won one of the qualifying tournaments for that. So, and all of them love the game, and that's what makes it fun for me.
Nice. Coach, thank you so much. I love learning about Western Reserve golf. It's something I'm not familiar. I mean, I'm familiar with golf, but never interviewed golf teams and a golf coach. So it's something fun, a little change of pace that I kind of liked, and it was a very good interview. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
Thank you for bringing the whole team out. It's a good night so far. I want to keep the ball rolling.
All right, sounds good. Thanks again.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is player profile time for Canfield. And once again, we have an awesome, and I mean awesome, interviewee. We have a young man that plays tight end. He plays linebacker. He loves to golf. And, hey, he does pickleball as well. Ladies and gentlemen, let's roll out that Cardinal red carpet for our good friend, Mr. Adam Christie. What's up, AC? How you doing, dude?
Good. How are you, man?
I'm not as good as you. I'm not 5-0. I'll tell you that. What has this year been like for you guys? I mean, you're off to a flying start, obviously. A huge contrast between last year and this year. What has it been like for you seniors in the locker room to understand how important it is to have this kind of a season and legacy that you're going to leave?
Oh, man, it's been awesome. The team camaraderie this year has just been off the charts. Everybody loves each other. It just feels like one big family. You know, coming so far from last year, we feel really accomplished, but you know, job's not finished. We got a lot of work to do, and we're a hardworking group. We got our heads down. We're going to keep working, and we're on the same page there.
Obviously, there's a huge contrast, as I mentioned, but what's the difference? Does it just feel different? What are some of the differences that you've seen from your junior year to your senior year, and understanding why it's a 5-0 start instead of what happened in 2024?
Well, first off, it starts with leadership. You know, the leadership this year has been off the charts as well. Just like everybody is holding each other accountable, and not just from seniors, but you got sophomores holding each other accountable. And then on top of that, you got the scout team. I feel like in years past, the scout team has felt, like they've been looked down on, but this year it's a whole new level. The scout team gives like the greatest looks you could ask for, because everyone on this team is a dog. So every single day in practice, we're getting game like looks from all sorts of dudes, and it's just it's amazing. It's really, really valuable.
What's been fun is watching you guys become the surprise, quote unquote, of everybody in the Valley because of your unbelievable 5-0 start. When you think of like the doubters, obviously there's a lot of chatter in the offseason about what you could and couldn't do as a team, as individuals, what you're doing in the weight room. Is it going to pay off on the Friday nights on the gridiron? For you, is there an underlying motivation? Was last year a motivator, or is there something different? Is there something more?
Well, it definitely starts with what we call the bulletin board material. People don't like us in this. They think we're going to lose this game, whatever. We'll post it on the bulletin board, and we use that for ourselves. And talk is cheap. We show it on the field, and that's what we think we've done. And then, on top of that, motivation comes in many shapes and forms, whether it's your teammates, your coaches, or, opposing teams, and criticism and whatever it may be. We use it to our own good.
What's as I get this back, what's the one motivator that you use time in and time again that takes you where you need to go, clicks you in, if you will, on a Friday night?
It's just myself, really. Mistakes that I make. Anytime that I make a mistake, it just makes myself even better for the next play. They say the most important play is the next one, and that's really how that's the case. Because if you mess something up, it's just like it's just you just get the urge to get it right back, and you got to get right back out there and make up for it. So every time that you miss an assignment, or you miss a block, or you shoot the wrong gap, you're going to hit the next one even harder.
Friday nights are obviously very special to you. What are your favorite moments of Friday night? What are the things that you're not going to be able to necessarily replicate once you're done playing football for Canfield?
Man, Friday nights are special for sure, and they're going to be missed. But I tell you what, it starts with just the first feeling of kickoff. I've been on kickoff all 3 years, of high school football, and starting off the game, it's something special. Like, you got the little bit of jitters going, you're hyped up, you're ready to go, and then our band, the drumline, they do a drum roll, and it's just that feeling of anticipation. And the first contact you make with somebody is out of this world, and that's something that you can never replicate.
What's one thing that you think football has taught you about life? I mean, I know you've got a lot. You're 17, 18 years old, so you still got a lot of leash to give, so to speak. But what's one thing that football's taught you right away that maybe you wouldn't have learned otherwise?
I would say having thick skin, because you face adversity in so many different ways. You face it at practice, you face it in games, and you got to be able to brush stuff off. You get lots of criticism from your coaches, which is, it's needed. You got to be criticized to get better. And sometimes it's hard not to take things personally, but at the end of the day, it's what's best for you. So I guess I've learned to adapt and have thick skin, and take things how they are, and just keep my head down and keep getting better no matter what.
AC, who have been some of those guys that were there for you on the way up, that wrapped their wings around you, so to speak? And then alternatively, who are some of the guys that you are there for now, and you're looking forward to seeing how they and what they accomplish over the next few years?
Man, obviously, for my position, Mike Malk, he was a senior when I was a sophomore, and he's, who I've modeled my game after, obviously, because he was a beast on the field, and he was just a monster, hard-working guy, and he got it done, and he helped me learn my position, and I had to take over after he graduated, and he's always been a role model for me. And then who I've wrapped under my own wing, I guess, obviously we got Pat Groner. He's a sophomore playing. Yeah, he's a dog, playing sophomore, playing outside linebacker, other side of me. And he's putting in the work, man. And he doesn't have many questions because he studies, but when he does, I'm there for him, and he gets it done. And also, I'd like to say Sammy Hoot. He went through an injury, and awful injury, and we feel terrible for him, but we're getting him back soon. But he is a hard worker. He's fast. He's strong. Puts the work in the weight room, and he gets it done at practice too.
AC, what's next for you, man? You're gonna graduate here in 2 blinks of an eye, and then people are gonna ask you what you're gonna do with the rest of your life. So hey, what are you gonna do with the rest of your life?
Well, I'm definitely gonna go to college. What I'm gonna do is up in the air a little bit. There's a lot of options for me because I'm a drummer and I love music, so I want to continue my music career. So I'm looking at different paths to do that, and I'm also interested in stuff like business analytics. I'm good with numbers, and I've even thought about being a pilot. So I got a lot of options. I got to narrow that down.
Dude, that's awesome. I mean, why can't you do everything? You could be a drumming pilot, and might not be safe, but we'll figure that out later. Talk to me about the drum thing. Like, what kind? Are you in like a band?
Probably not the type of band you're thinking of. I just play for the school's band.
Okay.
I mean, I've been a part of like honors bands and stuff through like OMEA, the Ohio Music Education. They do a bunch of honors bands. I play with them as well. You're
a drummer, so you can follow a beat pretty well, I would hope. But what's your favorite band, and do you have a favorite genre of music?
My favorite band is definitely the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're my jam, man. They're awesome.
Do you have a favorite song that you play?
From them, I like playing By the Way. Have you ever heard that one?
Oh yeah.
That's a good one. That one, Can't Stop's good. And what else? Oh, Around the World. That's another good one.
Dude, bangers. Absolute bangers across and you can do all the drumming for all those songs.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's pretty impressive, young man. Why is music so important to you? What got you into it?
Well, I've been doing it for my whole life. There's pictures of me when I'm a little kid on a little kid drum set. So I've been set on that path since day one, and I've done band ever since I could at an early age. In 5th grade, I started it, and it's the best feeling ever. I have the most fun when I'm playing the drums, and I'll never drop it.
All right, 2 more questions for you. We'll let you get out of here. Would you rather play football in front of a jam-packed stadium, or would you rather be drumming the heck out of those drums in front of just a capacity crowd? Which one kind of gets your juices flowing a little bit more?
Oh, man, that's tough to say. It's 2 different types of adrenaline, that's for sure. I'd have to say the drums. I'd have to. It's tough, but I'd have to go drums.
I can appreciate that. I think that's a gutsy move. I wouldn't know. I couldn't tell you about that. You said there are 2 different types of adrenaline. How do they feel different?
Well, you're not gonna blow somebody up while you're playing the drums.
You could. That might go viral, but I see where you're going. All right, last question, dude. You talk about your family, what they mean to you, how they've created you to be the young man that you are today, that's going to go and soar to even more heights as you cross that stage.
Yeah, well, my parents have supported me from day one. Both of them, they've been amazing. They've supported, like you said, I've got 3 different career choices, all in all sorts of directions, and they support everyone, and they help me out. They've taken me under their wing, and I appreciate everything they do for me. I'm super grateful for all the opportunities they provide for me. And on top of that, I got my brothers beside me too. I love both my brothers. They do great things for me, and can't appreciate them enough.
Hang on. I got you. Yeah, there we go. Sometimes the button gets a little sticky, dude. So for you, we can't thank you enough for what you've been able to do, contributing to football and music at Canfield High, and certainly all the young little Cardinals that look up to you on an everyday basis. Dude, you're blazing a trail for them that they'll remember you forever. Thank you to your family for what they've been able to do and create the man that you are today. And, dude, I heard you're a scratch golfer, pretty good pickleball player. All of that. Is that true?
Yeah, definitely.
Scratch golfer and an unbelievable pickleball all-star. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend Adam Christie. Thanks so much, AC. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for another Canfield player profile, and these seniors have been outstanding. They are off to one of the best starts in school history as an undefeated team. And this young man that I'm going to bring on is no exception to the rule. He is absolutely outstanding in everything he does. He's been playing football since basically he could, the last 12 years. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my dear friend, Mr. Zach Tucker. What's up, Zachary? How are we, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Listen, I'm good, but I'm not as good as Canfield Cardinal good because you guys are unbelievable. Still no blemishes on that record. For you as a senior, how exciting is that? How hard have you guys worked to accomplish this?
I mean, it's extremely exciting. It's definitely it's a process. You got to work every day for it. We worked all summer, busting our butts, working every single day from lifting to speed training and just practices, 2-a-days, Walsh. It's hard.
You play obviously offensive line, but you play everywhere on the offensive line. We saw on Friday night when DJ went down, you were first to come in and you absolutely did not miss a beat. You mauled the defender the first chance you could. For you, how exciting is it and how much of a challenge is it to know and understand all of the positions on the offensive line?
I mean, it's definitely hard because you got to remember all your footwork, your steps, what your hand placement should be, what you're supposed to be doing on every single play. And it's definitely tough to get down at first, but once you get in the motion, it gets a lot easier as you start going on.
People don't realize how cold, quote unquote, cold you can get on the sideline if you're there for a while. For you to be called in at a moment's notice, what is that like for you? How do you have to keep your head on a swivel in the game, motivated, all that stuff? You know, you can't be looking around or, messing around on the sideline. You've got to be locked in. Are you always standing by a coach? How does it work for you?
When we're on defense, I'm always standing by Coach Zielinski, our defensive coach. And then when we're on offense, I'm always by either Coach Morch or Coach Sim. I'm always standing by them, letting them know, like, I'm ready whenever they need me in. I can go in wherever, tackle, guard, center. I'm always just by one of them. And whenever they need somebody, I'm the first one up. And I can go in whenever.
I love that you told me about being a nose guard as well. Offense or defense? What's your preference?
Probably offense. I've been playing that for the longest. I've been playing offense ever since I started. Like my first year, I came in and they immediately had me start at center. And that's just always where I've been, between center and guard.
So if you had to pick one position, is it center?
Probably center, because that's where I've been playing my whole life.
There's a lot of responsibilities that centers have to own up to. I mean, you're the point man for getting everybody in the huddle, obviously making sure everybody knows, their correct, I want to say routes, but what the offensive linemen have to do to make sure you guys are all on the same page, and you're the number one communicator. How much of that leadership skill did you have to come out of your shell in order to utilize as a center, or how much do you have to work on, understanding if you're a guard or a tackle?
It's definitely hard at first, like getting to understand, like coming out of my shell at center, making sure everybody's understanding what they're doing, got the play right, knowing what they're supposed to be doing, and then just like having to switch from center to guard or from guard to tackle, just having to do that switch. You just always have to be like, it's just like a flip. It's in a flip of a second. You just have to be ready to go wherever, know what you're supposed to be doing.
It's funny. I was just going to ask you about that switch being flipped because you seem like a calm, cool, collected kid, quiet even, maybe a little bit. So when you get out on the football field and you're forced to make calls and you're forced to let everybody know and communicate, how do you turn that switch on?
I don't really know like how it turns on. Like it's just the feeling of being out on the field with your boys, with your friends. It's just an automatic thing. I feel like I'll go from school to the field and I just feel like everything's just different. It changes because you're out there with your family.
You guys had to figure some things out between last year and this year, and you certainly have done that. Off to a flying 6-0 start. What changed? What was the moment that defined the change in Canfield football for this senior class?
I feel like after our sophomore year and our junior year, not being the best years we've had, we all talked. We chose our word as resilience, our senior word, and we're definitely holding up to it. But I just feel like after those first 2 years, we all decided to like really just step up our game and step up how we work so we could have the best season possible.
Everybody talks about how close-knit this group is at the senior level. What makes you guys so close-knit? Is it what you've gone through, the adversity that you faced, and kind of wanted to have that resiliency, as you said, at your senior year and leave that legacy?
Yeah, I feel like we've all always been so close because we've been playing with each other, all of us, for about 6 years plus now. And it's just we all have been always so close-knit, working off the field and doing off-field work, on the field work, talking to each other, communicating how everybody's feeling, how we're all doing. And
I think one of the biggest things is when you're looking at sharpening your leadership skills is knowing what kind of leader you are. What kind of leader are you, and how did you find out about it?
I feel like I kind of like to push people to like their limits, because when I was a sophomore, Vince Luce stepped up, helped me a lot, and he always pushed me to my limit. And I feel like I've picked that up from him, trying to push people to their limits, trying to make them mad during practice so they could better themselves every day and be ready for game days.
Iron sharpens iron, right? It's one of those scenarios. Let's talk about school from a standpoint. What has been the most gratifying or satisfactory class that you've had along your 12-year career so far in Canfield?
I probably have to say psychology right now, because that's the class I'm in. That's definitely my favorite teacher, because I'm at MCCTC now. I went there last year, but I definitely have to say my most fun class and enjoyable class is psychology.
All right, you said teacher, so who's that teacher? Give them a shout out.
Miss Grimm.
Okay, and why is she so special?
So I was new to MCCTC last year, and she was my government teacher. And like the first day I was in there, she was just messing around with me, joking around with me. And it's been like our thing ever since, just messing around with each other, joking with each other. And she makes her classes enjoyable and fun. Something I look forward to every day.
I love that. I'm sure she will as well. As far as the other side of the spectrum, what has been the most challenging course for you on your way up?
Challenging course. I probably have to say when we go down to the nursing lab and do all like the blood flow and all that stuff, that's definitely been a very challenging part of school this past year.
Who have been your major influencers in your life?
I definitely have to say my parents, but I also want to give like a big shout out to Vince Luce and Santino Coca for helping me out so much my sophomore year, pushing me to be great, pushing me better every day.
You mentioned your parents. Why are they so influential to you?
My parents, they've always been by my side, pushing me. They've helped me with everything I've ever needed. Go outside with me every single day, practice on snaps, blocking, just doing whatever I need to help me out, help me get better.
And then from a standpoint of what you want to do with the rest of your life, I'm sure you've got it all figured out. What are you going to do, Zach?
So I'm probably going to go to thinking about, I don't know what college yet, probably going to go in for exercise science. And then after college, I'm thinking about going into trade school for welding or electricity.
What kind of leads you in the direction of exercise science?
I've always just wanted to stick around sports as long as I could.
And then what was the other one you were going to do for trade?
I wanted to go into trade school for either electricity or welding.
Any particular reason for that?
Just something that's always seemed like fun and enjoyable to me. I've always liked doing stuff like that, working on cars, cutting down trees, doing all that type of stuff.
You're living in the danger zone, dude. Electricity and welding. You can go blind if you don't put one of those masks down, right?
Yeah.
And then electricity, you don't mess with electricity. Right? It's all right. I know one thing. There's electricity and the Canfield Cardinals. Two things you don't want to mess with right now. And, buddy, you're on pace for both of them. We cannot thank you enough for spending some time with us today. Best of luck moving forward. You're fun to watch. You're fun to root for because you could do it all. Zach, thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
It is Joe Dickey Electric. What's Your Spark? Presented by Joe Dickey Electric. They are everything electrical. and they're available to you 24/7, 365 at DickeyElectric.com. Ronald, what was your spark today, my friend?
Hey, shout out to former Wellsville Tiger volleyball player Presley Stokes, the ESPN SportsCenter top play of the night, as she had a foot save in YSU's volleyball match against Robbie Moe and their sweep against Robert Morris last night. So off the foot with the dig. Penguins get the point, Penguins get the sweep, and it's ESPN top play of the night.
And as our beloved friend Mike Lang, the late Mike Lang, the Pittsburgh Penguins broadcaster, would say, kick save and a beauty. Mine is going to be, it's October 1st. We've talked about that already, but no longer are the days of dial-up on America Online. After 34 years, America Online is hanging up. It's going to be high speed only. And I didn't know that, to be honest with you, dial-up was still a thing. Did not have that realization. But it made me wonder, because that's how it all started for yours truly in the internet. Dial-up internet and the screen name. So
AIM.
Yep.
AIM. Yep.
That was before the days of Facebook. That's how you kind of got around. And 2 screen names I had my entire journey. Probably still somewhere out there. I could probably log on to AIM right now if I found the password. Nash BSGK was when I was in 7th and 8th grade. And then from there, it was Wonder Yoke. And it's always Wonder Yoke. But hey, farewell to those screen names. I want to hear your screen name. What's your screen name?
I kept it simple, and it's still my screen name for socials. It's just A Hartwig01. That was what it always was on AIM.
What's the 01 for?
I think I was just like, well, I can't use. I think 1 was taken. So I was like, well, we'll just use 01.
I thought it was like the General Lee or something.
I think A Hartwig 1 was taken, so I just went A Hartwig 01. I think honestly. AIM. I still, that's one of the sounds that you hear, bling, for the new message. I'm trying to come up with cool away messages that would make people like,
that hits so deep. You always put your favorite song or quote in an away message.
Yep.
And the best thing was coming back to seeing how many people like just hit you up to see your away message.
Right.
That was college for me, Ant. That was some of the first interactions with the now Mrs. Yoakley was over instant messenger.
Right. Like you couldn't, kids don't understand, like texting back then wasn't as quick as it is now. So it was kind of like our texting even. Cause like
texting cost you 25 cents or something crazy.
Yeah. In those texts too, you had to hit 111, 222, 33, 222 to get the numbers that were on top, the letters on top of the numbers. So texting was not a quick, easy thing. That was pretty much our texting was AIM.
Man, they need to bring back those away messages. Can you imagine if your phone had an away message?
It would be cool if America Online, for like celebrating the 35 years, celebrating the end of it, just brought back AIM for like a week or whatever. Said, hey,
is AIM still a thing?
I don't know.
I think you can go back on there. I'm pretty sure. All right, we got to do, before we let this go, we got to go look and see. AOL Instant Message. Okay, is it still? Oh no, you can't. It was dead in 2017. How do you
we
kill
killed it?
How do you kill
killed it?
That's exactly what it was. YSN with the Freddy Krueger blow to AOL Instant Messenger. That's a bummer. Now I'm real bummed out. How is anybody going to know about my heart when I'm figuring out an away message that says the first cut is the deepest, like a Sheryl Crow song. First cut is the deepest. Baby, I know. All right, that's enough of that. That's going to do it for our show today. YSN Live for this October 1st, 2025. It's the only one you're going to get, so go out there and make it the best one you possibly can. And if not, we'll be better tomorrow.
Better tomorrow.
Promise. You'll be better tomorrow. We'll be better tomorrow.
That's our away message.
Oh,
We'll be better.
Anthony. You remember why? This is
What?
where you sit in there, co-pilot.
What?
Don't we have an interview tomorrow?
Oh yeah, we do. I was talking while you talked, so I didn't hear what you said. So I didn't even hear what you set me up for. My
Hey,
bad. We'll
shut
get better
up.
tomorrow.
You want to kiss Lucille?
Well,
You want a kiss from Lucille here on this October 1st?
we have the new voices of the Hubbard Eagles coming on the show tomorrow. Brady Fabrizio and Lucas Manzo going to be joining us at noon to talk about what it's been like to kind of put on the YSN headsets and cover the amazing athletes for Hubbard, not just football, but they've done soccer and volleyball as well. So we're going to talk to them about what it's been like for their journey and being with YSN. We're so happy to have them a part of the team, and we'll have them on the show tomorrow at noon.
I'm excited for that. And we might have a mystery guest on tomorrow as well. Working on something right now, cooking up a little bit. We will see. But as for this Wednesday, it's all said and done. It's in the books for YSN Live. We will see you tomorrow, high noon, right here on YSN. And Anthony, as always, may the sports be with you, my dude.
And you, my friend.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of Your Sports Network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.